action. That's what they do on TikTok.
Go ahead.
Dude, they make bank on TikTok doing this.
ASMR.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's okay if you're just watching my episode.
Sometimes, for some reason, it's uncomfortable when you do it. You did it too slow.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, episode 2 of season 3. Welcome. And I'm excited. I think episode 1 was good. Episode 1 was a hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Welcome
the most
back.
Exciting topic, but
I know. Today's gonna be a little bit more upbeat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fired up.
Something that can be practically applied. Are you having? Not everybody likes that.
Dude, there's like 10,000 people watching her do that. I'm telling you. So, how to get a lot done when you have a lot you have to get done. It's a good topic.
You came up with it. So.
Dude, I knew it. No, seriously, think about it. You're talking to someone and they're fired up in the business and they're getting nothing done.
Something flew by.
Oh. It was my lunch. I'm just kidding. No, we're not getting anywhere on this episode. Okay, you're talking to someone, they're fired up in the business, and they tell you they're not getting anything done and they're at zeros and nothing's working because they have too many things they have to get done. So the topic is, how do you get a lot done when you have a lot that you have to get done?
All right, let's jump into it.
Heck yeah, let's jump into it. So let me tell you what I mean by that. When you have nothing to do all day, it's so easy. Like sometimes I look at people, fired up. Sometimes I look at people and I'm like, I'm actually jealous. Like I'm legit jealous. I'm like, it must be nice to have nothing going on in your life.
That's very backhanded.
No, like to be able to sit on your ass all day and just read and do nothing else.
I would like to do that.
That's my point. Is it must be nice. It must be nice to have no drive. Like something.
Stop.
No. It sounds bad. Let me clarify. This is what I mean. Sometimes I go, dude, I wish I was like a little more normal where I didn't have so many goals. I'm being serious here.
Are you?
Yes.
I really wish I wasn't so rich.
No, that's not what I said.
When I go to the store, there's just way too many options for me. It's actually really stressful.
That's not at all.
Should I get the Lamborghini or should I get the Ferrari? I don't know.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is like I struggle. Listen.
Okay.
We got a lot of people watching this, and they agree.
No.
It's hard for me to just go have normal people fun. Like to go to the movie theater and just watch a movie. I feel like I'm going broke. I feel like there are other things that I should be doing. That's what I'm talking about. It's hard for me to just sit there in the middle of the day and just like read a book when I'm like, I should be on an appointment right now. I should be meeting with the client. So the whole point of the conversation is, how do you do it all when you have a lot to do? Like you're fired up, you're trying to build a business, you work a job, you get off, and now you got to go on a meeting, and then you got 3 appointments, and then you got to take care of your kids. How do you still fit in the gym? How do you still make time to read a fiction book before you go to sleep? Mm-hmm. How do you still find time to create some Instagram content so you can stay relevant, and keep your brand going? Like how do you find time to still do all that stuff? That's the whole point of the topic.
I understand the topic. Your introduction to the topic
was perfect.
So I have some productive.
Killed it.
I have some productive advice for that.
Let's hear it.
So the first thing is you have to be very clear on your priorities. Your priorities are so important. It's like, what is the end goal? Like, what are you hoping to accomplish in the near, to distant future?
Yeah.
So anything that's not going to be that you want to be in your near distant future, improvements in your life, should not be taking up your time or be taking up very minimal amount of time.
Right. So the simple self question of, is this going to get me to my goals? Mm-hmm. Is this moving me closer to my goals? Mm-hmm. And then it's maximizing time, right?
Yeah.
So when I prioritize, it makes it easier for me to maximize time.
It makes it easier for you to say no to the things that are going to be draining your time and energy, and yes to the things that are going to be moving you forward.
Saying no is a big one.
Saying no is a big one, and it's the hardest thing for most people. It was hard for me.
Yeah.
It was definitely hard for me in the beginning because you almost feel selfish for saying no.
Right.
But you soon realize that the hard decision that you have to make now are going to be the best decisions that you make later in the future.
That's one of the biggest things, is that sometimes we don't do things because we don't want to do them. And it's remembering that maybe I don't necessarily have to do this for the rest of my life. I don't have to, like, for example, prospecting. I ain't got nobody to call. I've already tapped out of everyone I know, and I didn't really get anywhere. So if I'm going to make this work, I got to go outside of my circle and go make some new friends and go meet some new people. I don't want to do that. I'm uncomfortable doing that. I'm introverted. I'm shy. I'm not a people person. Okay, well then you have to surrender to your job for the rest of your life then. You know what I mean? Or I go, okay, I got to get uncomfortable temporarily because this is on the top of my priority list and I got to get this crap done. So priorities is a big one. I think that's a great first point. Point number 2, I think, is it's scheduling, right? So I have my priorities and now I have my schedule. And if I don't have time for the gym, then I either stay up an hour later or I get up an hour earlier. Mm-hmm.
Scheduling will make you more efficient with your time. So if you put everything in your calendar, including the gym, including you watching that movie, including you reading every night or whatever you really want to do for yourself, then you won't feel chaotic. You'll feel like you have more time than you will without following a schedule and following a calendar.
Yeah, so in scheduling then, calendaring it all ahead of time, here's what I would tell you. If you stick to your schedule, you could have it all. Mm-hmm. You could do it all. You could go to the gym. You could get fit. You could eat healthy. You could still go to your kid's soccer game. You could still run 3 or 4 appointments, and you could still go to your job and guarantee your bills are paid.
Yeah.
You could do it all. But first is priorities, and then is scheduling. Mm-hmm. Okay, and scheduling and priorities, if those things are out of whack, then you just kind of float with the wind.
Your schedule, if you don't fill your schedule will fill it. Life will fill your schedule. 100%. Other people will fill your schedule.
I the other day I talked to a gentleman who he had a shirt on that said, "Retired since February 2023. I worked my whole life for this shit." Like literally, he was wearing a T-shirt that said that. So I stopped him. I said, "Hey man, congratulations." He's like, "On what?" I was like, "Your shirt." He's like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I said, "Could I just ask you, what's life like retired?" And he goes, "I am busier than I've ever been in my life." Why? Because he's free all day for life to fill his schedule. He said he literally is busier now than he's ever been. I mean, he was happy, but he's so busy.
I think a lot of us as kids experience this because, especially during summer breaks, winter breaks, something common I feel like happens a lot is like, we're like, "Mom, we're bored. We don't have anything to do." And what's the response? "Oh, you're bored? I'll give you something to do."
Yep.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to do around the house. You can help me clean. You can help me do this. And then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, no, I have plans. I'm busy."
Yep, 100%. That's funny. That's so true.
Right?
Okay, point number 3. Move fast.
Yes.
Here's what I mean by that. A lot of times, successful people move quick. Like almost always, successful people move fast with intention, with urgency. They walk like they're going somewhere. They move like they're going. They get a lot of speeding tickets. They drive like they're going somewhere.
Don't do that.
That's true.
Don't do it.
Well, I'm just saying it's true. Because we drive with urgency.
Don't do it.
And it's a competition. And we want to be in the front.
No.
All right, well.
Stay alive.
Telling you. But move with urgency. Move with some intention. Quickly excited about life from thing to thing. You know, I get off work. I can't wait to get home and get on appointments. I get on appointments and I'm on it and I'm on it and I'm on it and I'm on it. Versus this slow, like broke, sad energy all the time of, how was your day? It was all right. It was good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about is moving quick and fired up about everything that we're doing.
Energy.
Yeah, it's got to be fast. Some people just do everything slow. Everything. Mm-hmm. I have one person in my mind, but I'm not going to mention their name.
That's good.
All right, good.
Good decision.
All right. How to get a lot done when you have a lot you have to get done. Point number 4. You want me to do it?
We probably have different points on this.
Go ahead.
My point was going to be that you have to reward yourself. Mm-hmm. So, again, like watching a movie is not a waste of time. Reading is not a waste of time. It's these things that will help you to stay balanced. I don't really like using that word, but to pour back into yourself, to recharge, to relax, and to do, some self-care. Self-care is important.
And let me tell you how we do that. There are things every day that we have to get done. The thing is that when you're trying to get a lot done in business, it doesn't require a lot of time. It requires you to be intentional and get the main things done every single day. And so I could get the main things done every day and move my business and my life forward in an hour. It doesn't have to be an 8-hour thing. It doesn't have to be me sitting in front of my computer all freaking night and missing dinner and not getting to watch TV with my family or having to do any of those things. It's just that every day I know that these are the things I have to get done. Whether it's I need to book an appointment, I need to close some sort of an account with a client, I need to get some sort of a agent into my business or something. Whatever it is, it's every day. These are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that I have to get done today. And if I get these things done, then I could feel good about my day. Like I know now. So back in the day, I would go play volleyball, right? And I'm sitting outside. We're playing volleyball. It's in the middle of the colder part of the year. So it was like 55 degrees outside. It was raining. And we were playing in a racquetball court. We were playing volleyball, so not volleyball, right? And in the racquetball court, there's nowhere inside to watch, so you have to watch outside. And whoever lost, you had to sit out. Dude, my team that night, for whatever reason, we just freaking sucked. And we kept losing. You remember that, Jay? We kept losing and losing and losing. So we spent the whole damn night outside, cold. So I'm outside. I'm losing. I'm like, this is freaking miserable. I hate losing. And then I started to get anxious because I felt like, even though it was 11 o'clock at night, I felt like my whole business was falling apart. And so then I'm sitting there and I go, man, what are the things I have to do every day that make me feel good? Because right now I don't feel good. What stuff makes me feel good? Oh, picking up a new client makes me feel good. Picking up a new teammate makes me feel good. Getting a policy delivered makes me feel good. Getting referrals makes me feel good. And so I started to write those things down and make them part of my checklist on a daily basis so that I could reward myself mentally when I'm watching the movie and I don't struggle with whether or not we're winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. I remember that.
Right? Mm-hmm. It's changed the whole game for us. Literally changed everything. Last one, number 5. How to get a lot done when you have a lot you need to get done. Remember, and here, this is the point. Remember that this is a journey. Every day you got to move your business forward just a little bit. So we've never struggled with getting discouraged in the business or any of these things in the business. Why is that? Because we were never in the business to get rich fast.
No.
It was always, what's my life going to be like in 6 months? What's my life going to be like in 12 months? What's my life going to be like in 10 years, right? We just crossed the 10-year mark not that long ago. And this is what we were working for 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's all about the long game.
Yep. So one thing we've never done is put timelines on our goals.
Yeah, we were never like, oh, if we're not at this point by this year, we're going to quit.
Right. Instead, what do? We put deadlines.
Yes.
We never put timelines. We put deadlines. We put, hey, by the end of the year, we need to hit this. By the end of the year, we need to be here. The other thing is we don't get discouraged even though we may get frustrated, we don't get discouraged because we're not playing a short game. It's never been a short game for us. This has never been us trying it out. You know, I'm still kind of trying it out, seeing if this is for me. Like, there was never, is this for me? Like, I'm going to make this freaking crap for me because this is a vehicle that can get me everything I want. Mm-hmm. So it's never been a trying it out. It's never been a testing it out. This has always been for us something that we knew we were going to do for the rest of our lives. Therefore, during the day, when I'm really busy because I'm still working a job and I got a million things I got to get done, this is my priority, right? My job was not my priority. I'm going to do a good job because that's what I get paid for. But my priority was my business because my job pays my bills and my business is going to get me out of my job. And so it's always been a long-term game. This is something I'm all in on. So even if I could only run 1 or 2 appointments today, those 1 or 2 appointments are the most important hours of my day. Because that's what's going to get me out of here and get me my wins long term.
That's a good point.
You didn't like my intro, huh?
I did not.
It must be nice to have no drive. Just to sit on your butt and be normal.
So you're just going to repeat it now?
I thought it was good. I mean, it was literally exactly what was in my head.
That's scary.
No, how is that scary? Sometimes I look at people and I'm just like, dude.
Stop. You should stop while you're
You
behind.
are like killing it.
I cleaned it up for you and you're just going back and
killing life. Life is good. All right, guys. Hey, as always, share it on your story. Tell your teammates, or do nothing. We don't really care. But our goal is to be able to get on here and I remember like yesterday what it was like to feel like I just had so many missing pieces and didn't really know what I was missing. Uh-huh. And, relationships that we built with other people that were winning in our industry are what helped us get where we are. So,
okay. What
are you doing?
I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
So my point is that we do the podcast because, it's fun to create community with you guys. And those of you guys that get on our Instagram lives and interact with us and stuff, it's always a blast to be able to share time with you. So thank you for your support always.
Yes.
Ronnie's in a weird mood today, so just disregard whatever she's doing over there.
I would like to take this time to plug our amazing producer,
DJ Just Jay.
Check out his music. His music is awesome. So on Instagram, DJ Just Jay.
Yes. He is the most handsome Filipino man I've ever met.
There you go.
For sure.
Follow him.
All right, y'all. We're out.
Bye.